I need to get this Porsche 911 from the top of Alaska down to the bottom of Argentina across the Pan America Highway. And that means rebuilding the engine. There used to be a pretty historic engine in this car. It's not in there anymore, but we're gonna get it back in. I'll need to disassemble the engine, clean all the grease and the dirt off of it, reassemble the engine, and get it all wired up. Man, I don't even know what half those wires are. It's now sitting here in pieces. We've started to disassemble it and have started the cleaning process. I hate the cleaning process, but it's a necessary step, so we'll test my patience. Like, this part is going to test my patience, which needed. Like, there are levels of grime on this thing. Like, mind you, 50 years of crap is in this engine. There's stuff that's like tar, there's some easier stuff that's just kind of oily, there's lots of carbon buildup, and there's just pure corrosion across the entire thing. That being said though, the internals aren't looking too bad. I believe we can get this running again. Some say we might be able to revive this drive. That's so dumb. You know, part of that will make that in there, but we're gonna revive it. We're gonna get it running. It's going to happen. Parts have been ordered. They're on their way. Now, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and like and subscribe, as we are trying to use this channel to raise funds for a good cause. There's been one piece that's been the exact same for every Porsche since the first one in 1963 until the newest one right now, flat six. All of them have had a flat six engine inside them. Porsche stuck with the air-cooled flat six engine all the way up until 1998. What started off as a 2.0 engine slowly made its way up to a 3.6 naturally aspirated engine and a 3.7 turbo. All along the way, Porsche has made improvements on these air-cooled engines from materials, engineering, efficiency, and power output. The engine that came in this 911 shares its DNA with something fairly iconic, the 1973 Porsche 911 RS. The 1973 RS is one of the most sought after Porsche 911 models. Originally debuting in 1972, it saw instant success. Just like the GT3s of today, the RS was lower in weight, higher in horsepower, and designed for racing. The Porsche 911s have always had engine in the rear and a flat six. There's been modifications and it's always grown, but it's always had those two things. The flat six engines in Porsche 911s have gone through many iterations, from the 2.0 in the original 1963 all the way up to 4.0s of today. Now this model is a 2.7, just like that RS. It is lightweight, magnesium, but comes with some faults. From the 60s until the 90s, Porsche stuck with the air-cooled flat six engines. Originally they were only 2 liters and about 130 horsepower, but that has gone up and up with every iteration of the flat six. Now in this engine, it is a 2.7, sharing its DNA with that RS. And now that RS had 210 horsepower, and that's what we're going to be going after with this engine. We now need to start disassembling this engine so we can get this Porsche back on the road. Now, unfortunately, a quick little edit. We have lost some video and lost some audio, so we're going to be missing a few pieces of the disassembly and the cleaning process, but enjoy. All right, 2 things. I don't think the microphone was on, unfortunately, through the whole part, which it's probably great. But we were able to get the rest of those pieces off. Nothing broken on this side. That is looking fine. So we will forge ahead. So game on. Here we go. battery's charged. Figuring out, need a couple extra batteries. But in the meantime, while the battery's charging, I got rest of the camshaft housings off. Few things I noticed about it. On one side, one of the nuts was just completely missing. One of the nuts was just sitting inside one of the cavities, and multiple of them were fairly loose. So not a great sign for figuring out what's going on with this, but again, we're gonna get the head studs redone on this one. Just everything I'm raising, it's just a non-option, so we're finding some solution to do that. I think that's the one thing I can't do, nor shouldn't do. Looking into it, the cylinder heads don't look too bad. One of them was a tiny bit rusty, but so far nothing's looking really bad on there. Everything looks nice and smooth. Yeah. So not too bad in there. And so, wait, was it this side? No, it was, I think it was, yeah. This is a cylinder head that, it's hard to see on the camera here, but little bit of rust in there. But so far nothing's looking too horrible. So we're gonna continue on with disassembling, and it might take a week. Like if you've probably noticed in this video, I'm already on, I think, shirt number 4, so it's taken a few days. So cheers, let's get to it. Now that we have this engine fully disassembled, we can start cleaning all this. It's going to be a process between degreasing, power washing, blasting, over and over again. Wish me luck. Let's get to it. What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that larva? I got tiny hands, but no, something's in there. Something's in there. Oh, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. That's a good look. All right, we're gonna try to. It kind of smells savory, like Thanksgiving dinner. Ah, success. No, no, Pinky. Haha. Success. Am I famous yet? Like, it's these like the old gaskets. I just like can't get off. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Something a little stronger. You know, for being a really intense aerospace degreaser, it kind of sucks. Like, it's not doing as good of a job as I hoped it would. This looks really inappropriate. It's not meant to be. How? Oh, Jesus. Like that. yeah. Power washing only did so much. Like there's all these little kind of nooks and crannies that still have a whole bunch of stuff in them, especially like down over there. So these are some other things that we're gonna try to get out. I might be just like cranking on a movie, getting out a toothbrush, and just going to town on this. As you can see, the parts washer with the degreaser can only do so much. I'm a little bit disappointed. Now I've been trying to be very careful with these pieces, so I'm not using a solve, I'm just using a really intense degreaser, but like it's barely knocking anything off on this. The other thing that's on a lot of these parts are like this like corrosive stuff. It's really heavy over here. So we're gonna try something a little bit different to see if this starts kind of knocking it down. It'll probably be a little bit of back and forth and scrubbing to see how it works. I saw soda blasting and I was going to make my own, but then I found this. It was like 15 bucks on Amazon. And so I did a couple little test pulls of it and it works phenomenal. So it gets most of the crude on the outside, and again, between degreasing, power washing, and this baby, we should be good to go. I'm also realizing that this is gonna get to a spot where it's good enough to reassemble, and that's gonna be fine. Check out these babies. Oh yeah, old school found those hotties. But we're working with chemicals today and some powdery stuff, so we need protection. Check out how wild my hair is. Pandemic supplies coming in clutch. Next on the buy list is a legit respirator. I don't need to breathe this crap in. Today's cleaning is brought to you by Arm & Hammer, not a sponsor. Like par for the course, check out this janky ass setup. Just crank that tube right in the box. No need to get fancy with it. Here we go. It's messy. It's like winter in here. I think let's look up the environmental aspects of baking soda and clean it up. So Air compressor blew a fuse, but look at how good it's working on the carbon on these bad boys. So we'll get these further disassembled, a little bit more cleaned up, and hopefully next time you see them, they'll be nice and polished. All right, that wraps up the disassembly and cleaning process. We're about 90% there with the cleaning. We are now waiting for parts to start the assembly process so that we can get this Porsche back on the road. In the meantime, we're gonna start washing and cleaning the interior and exterior of this car. Hope to see y'all in the next video. Take care, bye. Am I even in focus?